Hello? Is this thing on? Is Bitcoin pumping? 72.58? Yeah. So, I mean, seems possible we could see 7,400, right? That's like the next resistance. There isn't really much resistance. I mean, you got the wick here. Oh my god, sorry. 72.60. Resistance anywhere? Coming up. Okay, there. That's the 7,300 that was rejected last time. But I don't know, man. 7,400 is the major resistance. You know. Do we even have to go back to look and see? Right here. This was like September of 2018. Y'all remember this? This was already no like starting soon screen or anything, but you know, what's the point? I already did that this morning. And stocks kind of pulled back a little bit. Not really. They're just sitting there. You know, I mean, Dow Jones is pretty much around session highs. Same, the S&P is pretty much same. NASDAQ, Qs, gold is now officially, can we do the Jesus chimes? Gold has now officially hit the measured, 100% measured move of the Adam and Eve double bottom. We are kings. All right, amen.
Bruh.
Does that even work? I don't know. Did it, man. So back to the big screen, Bitcoin. That, yeah, I mean, Wyckoff distribution, pretty much done for, man. Unless you just get some violent sell-off. Which, you know, what happens, man? You get a wick, and then you get a reversal here. It's a double top. Let's just see how it goes. Could I get a sound check, too? Because I just don't know right now. I think music's loud enough now. What's up, R Lake? What, 91.75 cents, huh? On XRP? What are you talking about? What's up, Bywent? Yeah, I know, it's like, and people were saying Target was underperforming. Let's go Target, man.
I can help you with XMR mining with your Threadripper. DM me in Discord. My tag is the same there as here.
Okay. Sounds good, man. Thank you, dude. For the threes. I mean, I'm not a big miner guy, and I did it once, and he like came over and helped me set it up. But I don't know, man. How much can be how many Moneras can be mined in a certain amount of time, you know? Is it worth? Is it even worth? Avicii levels are good. So pulling back a little bit, just wanted to go live and take a look at Bitcoin rallying. You know, one that we thought was showing all kinds of coinciding variables. So educational. This one, whether it was to play out or not, you gotta love it because this is what dreams are made of. The variables, like the divergence on the oscillators on the daily, at a critical support, after already selling off a lot. And you can see the selling pressure is weaker and weaker. And then you go to the 4 hour, and it's like, oh, is it a triple bottom now or something? Good Lord. So the bad news is you got to make higher highs. You got to break this because that's all you're doing. You turn around right now. You reverse right now. You've just made another lower high. So that's distribution, right? So eventually you do need to break to higher highs and rally. And look here, like how beautiful is a divergence? I mean, you continued technically to diverge right there. So let's go target, man. How long is the Ethereum pump gonna last? Well, we had just exceeded a 382, 38% retrace finally from the major high. Bitcoin's already done that. I mean, Bitcoin's above its 50% retrace from the major high. And so now it's kind of trying to break a critical 165 resistance. And it'll keep climbing if Bitcoin keeps climbing, you'd think, right? And here we are, right at the session highs. Just like $1 or $2 off, man. This is lit. I mean, the big notable thing right now is the 50% retrace from the high, major high to low, 10,500 plus to 3830. Remember that? You've exceeded that. You got an hour and 2 minutes left till a 4-hour candle close. And as you know, not really much resistance looking left. Man. Hold on a sec. Dude. Probably just gonna look at this on the daily. Sorry, man, I haven't looked at this chart in a while. So this one's like, you can look at Bitcoin Cash. And I mean, what's there to really look at? Doesn't it look like identical to Bitcoin? You know, it's come down 88% of the way from this low to high. You think, right? Just eyeballing it. I mean, freaking close, right? It's almost touching it. So, yeah, it bounced there like Bitcoin. Bitcoin also hit an 88.6% retrace from its December 2018 lows to that June 26, 2019 high. And it also, from its previous low to high, it's much different than Bitcoin Cash, had a 1618 fib extension retrace. So I don't know, it's up 10%. You know, did it have a pattern or something on the 4-hour? Kind of looks like an ascending triangle, right? A little bit like Bitcoin in the end, I guess. You could see us, you know, when it hit that perfectly. Same thing. Wow, looks like Bitcoin. And here it is. The prototype, man. No, Wyckoff's like dead, pretty much. I mean, you'd have to like reverse majorly, close and reverse candle right here to get back below 6,800 or 7,000, you know, and then really 6,800 because that's the major support resistance. Now, you can look at this like an ascending triangle, but and this is what we were talking about earlier, where you can't call divergence on this yet because if there's any more positive price action, it will invalidate the RSI. Divergence completely invalidated now. Boom. And here we were saying it could be at 7,400 before this, or higher before this starts maturing and you actually start getting the divergence. It could just keep building, and it is on higher prices. And it doesn't even take that much. I mean, yeah, and what are you saying? Stock market pump blows away Alta. The stock market pump, well, look, you know, that is why when you're taking positions in these market conditions, man, like, some people do it with leverage. If you want to sleep better, just no leverage is okay, because like if you're in a position and it gapped up 5%, well, it's not going to be near as bad as if you have like, multiple puts or something, right? If you're talking, you have a trade on another individual asset across the market in the SPX, the Dow Jones gap up like that. And they could continue on. Look, you're above the 50 moving average on the S&P now. Nice. So 72.35. We're pulling back, man. Good Lord. Went out on my deck and just like, after I ate a little bit, and just chilled, basked in the sun. Y'all ever do that? Wyckoff looked totally valid. Yeah, but I mean, again, that is why you have to play both sides. Because just at the same time, that's why we said you cannot write off the ascending triangle. Just because the price action, the continuation until the very end before the breakout, you just kept making higher lows. And so, for now, it looks like it was just buyers were in control and they were absorbing, they were buying the rest of the supply, and they finally broke that supply line, and it's breaking the upside, but it's really not that violent. It's nothing like we saw, yesteryear. April 2nd, it's really April 1st. It was April Fool's Day. And then I think like later that evening, the daily candle closed and it became the 2nd, and then it pumped or something. But yeah. So, ascending triangles are cool, but they're coolest like this. But good for you. You broke out, and there's not much resistance at 7,400. Of course, you have this wick here. And eventually, when you start stalling out, you will be developing bearish divergence on the MACD, on the 4-hour at least. Yeah, we can look at it. Ethereum, right where it crashed. It's just been consolidating methodically, making these higher highs, higher lows from your high point to low point. You know how Bitcoin has exceeded its 50% retrace with the same relative highs to lows, different assets, right? It's exceeded it just recently, and you're playing catch up. Don't we remember these altcoins playing catch up with Bitcoin on like when we had the big run from 72.50, 68.50 to 10,550 or so? Kiki, yeah, I mean, like, again, if we reverse, sure, and we have to reverse majorly, but look where we are. We're at session highs right now as I'm speaking to you. Man, my kilobytes per second. Pulling a Chernobyl right now. Too many people using the internet, I guess. So 72.72 there. There you go, man. That was the high. There we're climbing. 72.73 just now. Goodness, man. These markets pumping. Sorry. I was about to say monk ass or something. Ethereum's $166. It's up 16.59%. And it's across the markets. You got EOS up 14%, ONT up 11.5%, XLM's up 13%. BAT's still up 10% or so. That hasn't changed much. And Tesla's up 12.3%. We'll go, man. I mean, it is retracing right now. Like, that's relative, man. You know? It is retracing after crashing. Like, selling off and then crashing. So, it's not weird at all. Even if you could break 7,400, it wouldn't be like crazy if Bitcoin eventually saw nearly $8,000. There's a square up at 7,800, and that's the golden retrace. And this like resistance over here on the daily. It's a, you know, candle high close. It just doesn't, it looks weird on the 4 hour. Okay, so we are retracing. And so we've been looking at Monero that really has continued to climb. It's pretty insane, man. It's crazy right here. Look at this, dude. It is about to touch the golden retrace in log scale. And that's $58.90. You haven't touched it yet, but you're right there. And you're still inside this crazy pattern. It's beautiful though, right? Bob Ross and you know, market participants painting this picture. Upsloping, converging price action. 72.79. It's almost like you can smell 7,400. 72.80, man. Man, it's been going all day. I mean, for the most part, kind of took a break when I was live. And if you don't know, I was earlier, how long? Was it 3 hours? 3 hour live stream? 3 hour 15 minutes? Oh. Good Lord. These markets are pumping. With the S&P, Dow Jones, NASDAQ, you know, all up like 5+%, or around 5%. Crypto follows, gold follows, everything. I think oil's down though. Yeah, it's down 9.34%. Doesn't really look like it. But yeah, continuing to slide. We took a gander at it earlier. And I think it could test 25.25 real quick. Oil. Right, resistance. And then you might regard this as support before bouncing or selling off to the bottom of this potential little range. Sorry. No one cares about oil. What? It's a boomer stock, man. Here we are, 72.81.50. Holy crap.
Bruh.
XRP's pumping too. Of course, man. Of course. I would hope so. 72.85. My God, we're right at where the scam wick peaked. April 2nd. April effing Fool's Day. But, you know, whatever. They were late. They forgot. Yeah, I know, man. Gold's been rallying too. 72.90. Let's go. You're now exceeding that peak. Barely. But you've done it, man. Hey, it's okay to not trust it, but you got to understand and respect it that it's like We know where we are. We're now breaking the middle of the golden zone, heading towards the upper moderate retrace level. And we know on the way there's 7,400 that will act as a resistance if we can get there. But I mean, you got to break the scam wick, I guess, because reversing here could be devastating, But just very little resistance, as I've said. Here it is. Look, October 23rd, 2019. You're just touching it. Oh, they Jesus, man. Making your way. And look, a wick right from March 18th, 2018. Holy crap, was that bloody Sunday? St. Patrick's Day the day before? Old school. Alright, so we're about to touch 7,300. Just a dollar or two away. 4 hours currently like 76 on the RSI. 1 penny, chat. That's all we need.
Bruh.
Push it. My goodness, man. There it is. We've done it, chat.
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
I don't know, I'm just leaving this screen up. It's like, whatever. Just, I mean, there's not much. Like the S&P, if it was like climbing, it's, it's there. It's up almost 6%, but it's off those highs, and we would go to it. But Bitcoin's, I think there's a lot more price action on Bitcoin than the index funds. Par, you can see it. You can see the next resistance. It's 7,400 or so. What's up, Kobayashi? It's so slow, you have a bad feeling about this pump. Well, again, you could run up to 7,400 and you could start showing bearish divergence. That's a critical resistance. I mean, that's like, remember, if you're in a downtrend, you're in a bear trend, which we know. We're in a downtrend. We've been in a downtrend. Truly, been making lower highs, lower lows all the way since, mid 2019. And so these are areas where short sellers would be saying, hey, man, there's like a 50% sale on Bitcoin after like a huge impulse down. Okay, there's some value there. Some people might try to take shorts at 50%. But, maybe some people would see more value on a short at like a 62% sale.
Is that a joint?
Have some cute gang attendees. Can we look at AMD again when you have a chance? Was in a meeting earlier during the morning stream. Thanks again.
What's up, Tennessee Vols? Yeah, we can look at it. It's a gorgeous, man. Oh my god, it's up 10% today. Holy crap. Here you go, man. What a crazy run it's been today. You sprung above 42.77, then you back tested it. That was 2006 highs. And yeah, you're still inside the potential pattern. Not a valid pattern until it breaks that neckline. Oh god. But yeah, what a freaking run today. Semiconductors. Just tech, just everything. Everything pumping, and then you got outperformers, of course, right? And then you also have underperformers. But then you've got like CCL, like sovereign wealth money, right? What is it? Was it like Saudi Arabia bought like a crap load of CCL and it pumped like 30%? Insane. So what do you want, man? If it was to play, look, if we were to eventually see the 50% retrace, you could imagine AMD being a part of the S&P 500. It would continue to rally and break the neckline and maybe get from your high to low, maybe to 62% retrace, maybe a 78% retrace. You may not ever see the 100% measured move if the macro turns around, but maybe you'll at least get high to low, you know. So you're already at a 50% retrace, man. So this is log scale though. So not in log, high to low, 50% retrace is 47.82. Okay, $50.50 is a 618. And then it's like, I think someone was posting in the Discord, I'd seen it, where like, say it rallies. We're talking about if you ever get a deep retrace or something. Yeah, it'd be like a 786. Yeah, it'd be like a bearish cipher maybe. That could be a potential reversal area if the trend truly reversed. And we see patterns like this usher them in all the time. Like the big impulse down, and then you get this. So maybe a good shorting, just maybe, if things suck, like the macro sucks, and we get up here, though, you know, if we get to those common retrace levels where we might reverse, 54.30, something to watch, right? An area. So that means there could be upside potential, and then it could reverse. What's up, Killjoy? What's up, Travis? Yeah, it's like it's really erratic and volatile moves.
So what's next on BTC since the Wyckoff is invalidated?
Arun Govind from Skyrim. He's from crap, man. I can't even remember the names of the cities in Skyrim. He's from someplace in Skyrim. Well, you're looking at it, man. And hopefully I've tried to be, you know, in these recent streams, I've tried to be very a little bit more objective and tried to show both sides of it, right? Like the bearish side and the bullish side. And it's looking like this, right? You've broken a 50% retrace at 71.75, and you would think where we are looking left, there's not much resistance. Where we would probably see 7,400. You're like $100 off. So that was kind of it the whole time. Is if you break 6,800, there's a good chance in time you'd see 7,400, and that's kind of playing out, right? But you had also created another resistance right above you, and that was part of the structure of the pattern, which is the ascending triangle. Is it? Dude, y'all, oh my goodness. So XRP finally hit the 382. Dude, congratulations. No, it has not broken out. But look at XRP, man. In this huge bearish consolidation pattern, remains rational and continues building, like continuing to build this pattern, right? So, you know, you got like a resistance up here at like 19.9 cents. This is pretty nuts, you know? But it's not the weirdest thing in the world, because think about it. Look, from your high to low, you just now hit 382. And it is possible in time, I mean, Bitcoin willing, that XRP could reach the 50% or 618, but if Bitcoin is ready to pull back, you know where XRP is going. It's going down too. So if you're talking about the lowest risk ever for a short, it's always at the top of the wedge. That's real. Sitting at 82 on the RSI. And you haven't seen the RSI that hot since the very top. I'm talking the tip top, when it all came to a crashing end. And here we are. So yeah, these are the lowest risk areas. It seems like there's like a square up at like 20 cents, 20.3 cents. Do you see that right there? Right there. So I don't know if you get there. It's on Bitcoin for sure. Okay, there's your XRP. It's the when it's been 5 minutes and you haven't said anything about XRP. Saying bear all week, dude. I've every time brought this chart up. Like every time we talk about the Wyckoff distribution, we also have brought this up every time. And how many times I've also said it's all about probabilities, not certainties. So this could easily not happen. So, you know, whatever, Chad, act like I wasn't playing and showing both sides, because I said bulls and bears both have arguments. Dude, at a 50% retrace after a crash, man, the edge, like, you could almost flip a coin. There's not much. Like, you don't have the oscillators and the variables that are all coinciding together. Yeah, 15-minute divergence, man. Wow, I'm surprised. Oh yeah, we did a poll on it. Yeah, I know, really, right? Dang, man. It's across the board though. You have a lot of assets doing the same thing. They're just retracing commonly. And my god, it's like inside the golden zone. So even if it keeps going higher, it's not crazy till it starts breaking above 8K. Then it starts getting weird. So here's BAT on the 4-hour, right? Doesn't it look like just a large pattern, like a large rising wedge that has tons of upside potential? I mean, could go up to 20 cents, but it's not, you know, you can barely tell that it's up 10% today, right? Nice rally. So this one hasn't, I mean, dude, 17.4 cents to 23 cents is where it should be. And, you know, Bitcoin has exceeded its 50% retrace. So it's bad, kind of sucks compared to Bitcoin. A lot of them do. A lot of them are underperforming. Boris Johnson's in ICU. Good Lord. Remember when they said it was just for precaution or something? So 7280, you know, what's going on? Dude, I gotta restart my computer at some point. Probably do it after this stream. What are you saying about futures, man? Good Lord, yeah. So you got, the futures 2626, S&P, Dow Jones 22, 219. We got volatility. What the heck? These wicks, man. Don't see that very often, or too often. But yeah, if you're talking about this, man, sure. Sure, it's still right at that wick. But yeah, I mean, I would say that it still could reverse around this area. Dude, 7,400 would be, it would make a lot of sense for a reversal to happen there. Especially if, like, you can't, you know, there's just too many sell orders there. You might start developing that bearish divergence, and that's where, you know, you could reverse. Is this real demand, huh? I mean, yeah, it looks like real demand, but here's a scenario. What happens if the S&P 500 sells off tomorrow and has a really bad day? What if it gaps down real hard? What's that going to mean for Bitcoin, you know? A lot of the gains could be lost. So I've been live for like nearly 40 minutes now, and I just wanted to show up to, I mean, we're near the highest high of the rally we just hit a few minutes ago. It's just cooling off. Sure, some insignificant time scale oscillators are hot, too hot, and you're just bouncing off this October 23rd 2019 low point. I know, Target does need a kick in the butt. It really does, man. It's like you've made your third low, you know, and this is when it should start doing something. I mean, it's kind of underperforming, you know. If the S&P is up like 6%, this is up 4.42%. It is a defensive stock, kind of like Amazon. But yeah, you need to break this little peak at 97.77. Otherwise it's just another lower high. This is the one though, man. Had quite a rally because it was down to like 491 something. But yeah. I know it's kind of like maybe bad medicine to try to short a company trying to find a vaccine for coronavirus, but you can't say there's not like a really technical bearish pattern there. And there's like, you know, somewhat hidden bearish divergence a little bit where you make like kind of the same high and higher levels of positive momentum on the second high. And then you go to the daily, and then you see like the bearish divergence on the MACD, like real bad, and the RSI too, for that matter, sure. And of course, receding volume on like nearly the same price. Yeah, man, that's kind of like what dreams are made of. And you got to think about how it's not even up 1% today, and the stock market's up 6%, you know, underperforming in really bullish conditions for the day. But anything is possible, you know. Patterns play out. Sometimes they play out and sometimes they don't. What are my thoughts on the connection between 5G and coronavirus? I don't know, man. I don't know, and
Can you take a look at Sprouts SFM? Looks range bound to me, but that weekly bullish RSI divergence has me thinking, this thing ain't even in bullish RSI territory yet. Thoughts? 36.61056983 back.
Thanks, Tornado Chasers. We can look at Sprouts. Sure. So, Regen has a case, a bearish argument case, right? Is using, like, you know, what we have. Goodness. Well, yeah, it's like you definitely sprung. Right, I mean, this is clearly the ice line. You fell below it. It just wasn't enough. It was just too oversold. You know, macro rebounded. I think this probably did too. Gapped up on earnings, it looks like. And look at the candle it painted on earnings, on the day of earnings. A shooting star reversal, and look what happened. You know, you sold off before dumping down to your lowest point before, you know, big reversal. So, you know, there's gonna be like resistance, all kinds of resistance up here, you know, at 20 bucks. My God, man. 22 bucks. The problem is, you know, it started out bearish, but you could give it a, I mean, you know, maybe you get a chance to backtest 1721 or something. It's at the low point of the range. You know, if you're playing a range, it's like it's rudimentary stuff. I mean, it's kind of like this. But I don't know if you'll get back there. You could, or you might not make it all the way back up. But you could always I don't even know if I want to regard this wick down here, you know, as the low. Jeez. I mean, if you freaking do, you're already at a 38% retrace. But, you know, from this major high up here, if it was really to make, you know, a retrace, you know, 50% retrace, 618s, you know, it's like 2.73 to 1. It's not perfect. I mean, you could tighten up your stop if you really wanted to, you know, and you can make whatever you want. And then, you know, 618 would be a target. And it's almost like you got the dragon type stuff in a way. You know, it's like X, A, B, C, and that's the dragon. And this is the spine, and you're breaking it. So maybe a 618 and a 786, 2334 and 2615 would be targets if you were trying to like play the bottom of a range or something. But just know the range is like not bullish. It's, you know, bearish. Could be bullish, man. Oh my God. But yeah. To help it all, whatever. So we're like 7301 on Bitcoin. Doing things, man. Only 25 minutes to go till your 4-hour candle close. Let's go, man.
Bruh.
Y'all hanging in there? You're just dollars away from the highs of the entire rally. The rally that started with the lowest low of 3,800 and change. What a recovery. What a Fibonacci retrace. You're still in the midst of your journey. Figuring out where is it going to be? Where's the greatest area of value for someone to short something in a bear trend? You're in moderate retrace territory. I mean, this is the top of the moderate retrace territory. Nearly $8,000. I mean, above 7,400. You got 70. I remember 7,700 is the next one after 7,400. And then after 7,700, pretty much, you know, you've got a square up at 7,800. And then like right after that, you got 618. That's the area of resistance between 77 and 7,900. Okay. Whatever, man. Sure, man. Anytime, dude. I'm going to speaking of another type of like bearish range, I guess. It's like Neo. Remember that coin? Neo, Chinese Ethereum. You know, finally gotten held above $6.50, and now you're right at some low from December 17th of 2019. And that's it. I mean, you break that, you're coming up to 834. That'd be the next target. What are you saying? So, yep. Break the resistance, 834. That's it, man. Yeah, but like I'm saying, bearish range. Why? Because this. Good Lord. Just bad. I'll never forget, man. People during the Great FOMO. Some girl in some random Discord talking about layering back into Neo at $175 when it was at $195 when she said that. I'm just like, what the are you talking about, man? And now we're at like 770, man. I'm getting thirsty. I forgot to bring water up here. Kind of like FOMO streamed.
Bruh.
Thanks for the 670-ish people here. Thanks for the 179 likes. So close to 200. We can do it, man. I believe in y'all. Do it for Bitcoin. I hear if you like the stream, Bitcoin pumps. $100K next target? No, dude. I don't think so. It says big. You talking about the ticker at the bottom? Might as well just get rid of that for now. It's so bad. I gotta get a new one. I'll find one, man. Just keep forgetting about it. Matthew D, they're called horizontal lines. Yeah, horizontal lines. And that's it. You just like can double click on them and make sure they're, you know, not dotted. They're just lines. All right, it's very simple, right? Oh, is that right? Well, Bitcoin, you can't say it's not pumping, right? So we got less than 20 minutes till your 4-hour close. Man, to close strong as F near your session highs will be awesome. But we got time, man. Anything's possible in the crypto sphere, in the unlimited money printing, central banking, debt drunk sphere. Let's go. Hello?
1 year of following Mitch Ray TA. Not exactly today, but close enough. Hype in the chat RMFT.
Hype in the chat!
Thanks, Rush Pabs, man, for the $4.99. Appreciate it, dude. Win checks. Rush Pabs. Yeah, from government. That's right, Roll Tide as well. What are we going to do about football, man? Like, no one can even recruit. What do you even do when you can't even, you're not allowed to recruit? No one is. It's so weird. So 1 year for Rush. Much love, man. Thank you for watching. It's an honor that I can have somebody watch me for a year, man, or more, and still like me, dude. Contact list football inbound. Oh my god, please no. That would be that'd be the end of the world, I think. Didn't they make a South Park about that? What was it called? Someone remind me. So you want to see something also beautiful? I mean, you know, it's the data only goes back to June of 2018, but man, this is XLM in log scale, and got the anchor points 1 and 2 on the top. And we're talking about 2018 anchor points, and then you got one from February 2019. And you can see what you did. You fell through it, but then pretty much came to back test it inside it, but no candle close outside of it. And that is where, you know, eventually you've now begun to run. And you're at 4.970 cents. I think around a 50% retrace in log. Still 73.01 on Bitcoin. Everyone calm down. Yeah, you're exceeding the 50% just now. And you're not even overbought on the daily. That's nuts. So look, man. So September of 2019, you're just right at that valley. It's resistance. You can break it. Good chance you'll see 5.5 cents at the 618. That's the golden retrace. Oh my god, XLM. 14.21% up.
Is that a joint?
Yeah, dude, this is parabola. This is definitely parabolic, man. No, they like nothing, dude. It was a South Park thing. They like they renamed football or something because there was no more tackling allowed. I mean, that's up too. You could imagine any altcoin is gonna be up a good amount. You know, VeChain, we can finally do it unironically. Because that's all we've been able to do is use that unironically, because it just never, you know, sometimes. But look, this is how you're looking at VeChain. You see it? Bearish range. It's a log scale. It's good either way, but you can see it's kind of bearish, and you've got a range down here, and you're trying to grind your way back above the top. You know, like all these valleys here are resistances. You got to break all those. You're trying to get back inside the structure of the range. Clearly underperforming Bitcoin and XRP and almost, you know, everything else. Look, you haven't even hit close to a 382. You got to go up to 4.1 cents to get to like the 382. That's weak, man. Underperforming real bad in the span of time from the, you know, the bottom of the crash. 7308. Bring out the saxophone, chat. Oh my god, man, I'm losing my mind. I need some more coffee, dude. 7313, 17, 19, 7321. Highest side of the rally. You're eyeballing 7400, man. Bitcoin says, I'm not quite done yet, chat. Think we're gonna climb. Hey, thanks for liking Mitch's stream. He told you it would pump. Alright, well here we go. Yeah, G-Host. Nah, man, I hear you. You know, he's saying rising wedge on CME futures. Dude, look, what we're doing, there's nothing weird about it. My God, it's happened since time immemorial. When you have major sell-offs and you finally find a bottom for real, you then retrace commonly. And sometimes if there's just so much demand, sometimes you have deep retraces to 786s and 886s. But this is the area on all markets where you commonly retrace before reversing majorly the downside again. So I'm gonna be saying meh if Bitcoin breaks 7,400 and runs up to these areas. I'm gonna be like, I mean meh, but dang, that's kind of impressive. The golden retrace, we know that well. All right. Yeah, so you would think that the Wyckoff is done. I mean, like, there were different arguments. There were sides, you know, there were bullish side and a bearish side, and I tried to bring up both of those, you know, as much as I could. And, you know, you may not even come close to hitting a measured move of this ascending triangle. I mean, that's very, it's a kind of a bullish pattern and a bearish trend. It's gonna underperform based on what we know. But what would a 100% measured move be? I mean, I would just think, like, first off, you gotta test 7,400, which you hadn't done yet. And if you can somehow, really, if you can somehow break 7,400, you gotta wonder if we even have it in us to get to 79.64. So that, you don't want to stall here, because that wick, you don't want to have two peaks here. You know what that is. So let's take a look at the so, you know, S&P has today hit the highest level of the rally, and I'm talking about, right, you know, just a little while ago, 26.45. That was higher than that March 31st peak. So good stuff, man. Breaking above the 50 moving average too. And the 382 looms at 26.58. That's the first fib node. First common retrace node. Good stuff. You know, 50%, 2,800. Seems possible in time. Good stuff, man. Markets pumping, welfare markets. Give us that money. Central bank, just pump it everywhere. 22,420.
Is that a joint?
On Dow Jones. Approaching its 38% retrace again, which it hit on March 26th. And my God, gold, if you wouldn't even believe it, has exceeded the measured 100% measured move of the Adam and Eve double bottom. And you're in deep retrace territory from the 52-week highs from March 8th. Yeah, not bad, dude. 26.55 on gold, right? Or on the S&P 500. Dow Jones, they are pumping as you've just hit the 38% retrace for the first time ever. Jesus chimes. Oh my God, man. We hit it. Amen. Or something.
Bruh.
26.62 on the S&P right now, trying to break the 382, but you can clearly see we just, you know, a little bit of movement there. Let's see, man. And then you got the NASDAQ 78.87 trying to breach its high. It is now breaking that March 31st wick high. So these are the highest highs of the run since we broke out of the downtrends of the crash, March 24th of this year. So you are, man, right there breaking it, dude. Very good. QQQ gang in the house.
Bruh.
Dude, it's not just Bitcoin, man. Like, stocks are going nuts right now. You get that. Still 7,300s right there, man, on Bitcoin. What a day. What a freaking Monday. Is that right, dude? Z. Yeah, I mean, like, the switch got flipped, didn't it? Isn't it beautiful, though, right? You had this trend line and you broke it. And it's, you're continuing up. Isn't that just kind of the way it's always been, you know, the way we always set it up, chat? Like, since we've been doing this, you know, look at that daily candle. Wow, what a strong candle. It's like, hasn't it always been set up the same way? No matter what we look at, it's like this, dude. It's like the high to low, the channel, you break it, and then you have common retrace areas. The same thing, man. What's up, Janelle? Vlog. Hi. SJ. Fed's giving money away to everyone. It's kind of insane. Yep. Welfare markets. We're gonna do things, man. AMD is up 10.64% right now. Killing it. Hanging top. Wait, sorry. Spinning top or hanging man? I just said hanging top, spinning man. The spinning man pattern.
Bruh.
Nice. Ugh, it's not what you want to see. I mean, well, anything can happen with the futures that we've got, man. With that right there, that's just a closer to a doji, an indecision candle, man. Yeah, like at one point was it down 489 to 489, and it's rallied to 503. But well, over the highs of the day, which was 510, it's up 2%. You could only imagine, imagine an asset not pumping today. We can look at one if you truly want to laugh a little bit. It's called Luckin Coffee. Oh, sorry, man. Was it in log scale? Yeah, hold on. It was a nice channel before you broke out. You back tested it too. Yeah, here we are, right? Just kind of off your session list. You're down 17.38%, 445. Man, climbed as high as 1056 yesterday before more selling. Disgusting. Hey, does someone want to tell me? Wait a second. That's so weird. Nah, never mind. It's like, in a way, dark cloud cover. But it's all messed up, dude. Because, you know, you're down. You're not, it's not like a reversal of the downside. It's acting as a continuation. So, anyway, get wrecked. Fraudsters. The Chinese wannabe Starbucks. No, scams. Scandal. Like, one of the chief officers, got caught, $300 million worth of fraud. That's all I know. Dude, look at this market. 2674 just a second ago on the S&P. This thing is pumping. It wants 2800. Oh my god, man. 22,753 on the Dow Jones. These are the highs of the day, the highs of the run. We'll just say the S&P is now at its highest level since March 13th. Good news. We're on the up and up now, man. Dow Jones, same thing. You got the next target, 23,363 on the Dow Jones. Look left, man. Not really, even. What the heck? I think it's, oh yeah, this little No, sorry, dude. I was looking at this line. Yeah, that's where the price is. Yeah, that's the next resistance. You don't really have resistance here. I mean, like 23,200 or so is the next spot where the Dow Jones might struggle. I don't, there might be sell orders here, but you'd think that's where the next level of supply would be, not where we are now. So maybe you would see higher prices. What the heck, man? Yeah, it's disgusting, man. Really is. No, Michael, I look at candle closes, not wicks, for divergence. You just do the close, man. Look for the candle close. Man, look at the NASDAQ. Let me see these freaking Qs. Oh my god, you breached resistance on the QQQ chat. This is huge, man. Right, that is a resistance so powerful, and you've busted through it. Let's go. So you got kind of resistance at 199, very, very close to that. You haven't quite tested it yet, but you are. Your next target, I think, is 201.95, the 50% retrace. Is anyone here, Bueller? The Qs outperforming the S&P 500. Oh man, down here, the divergence was there. This price action along a support that never broke. For real? Oh yeah, dude. It was good. That's right, Schwab, man. The Qs. Dow theory, I mean, yeah, Dow theory could very well play out on the S&P 500. Another Corona theory. And you did reverse there, right? But, just... It's like almost like the bots had flipped a switch once we broke out of the channel. Alright, man. So I've been live for 1 hour and 8 minutes. Thanks for the 770 people tuned in. Man, 269 likes. You know what that means, right? How close we are to 300 likes. And you can do it for Bitcoin. Hey, last time y'all hit the like button and we got to 200, Bitcoin did pump to the highest high of the entire rally. So, can't say it didn't work. Oh yeah, is that right? Target continuing to climb? Well, I would hope so, man. Blah. I mean, it's up 5.41%. So, yeah, dude, you gotta break that, man. What are you doing? Holding that support. You're trying, man. Big time. And you just have all the divergence in the freaking world. Yeah. My God, that was extremely fast. 328 likes in seconds. All right, Bitcoin, it's on you now. Time to pump it. But Target's cool too, man. You can pump Target. All right, 4-hour candle has closed on Bitcoin. As your first candle close, confirmation above 71.75, which is the 50% retrace. Congratulations, man. And it again is the highest level where traders set it up of the entire run. Started all the way back. March 13th. Big deal, dude. Yeah, really.
Please clap.
We got this, man. So you really got to wonder, man, are we going to hit 7,400? You would think it just would make a lot of sense. And of course, the bell just rang. The market is now officially closed. So everyone shifts their attention to the futures market. You know, not really, I mean, so much until 6 o'clock Eastern when they reopen. But Bitcoin, you know, it's still open, man. It's still doing things. AMD almost made it to the neckline of the pattern. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Insanity. Jay, you want to see nuts? Here you go. Now, what a freaking green candle. Closed up 11.53%. It would be, it's like, it will be hard to like really even fathom thinking like it's up 11.53%. Dang, dude, imagine if, how could it open and go higher tomorrow, you know, when you think a pullback would come. What a day, my God. But you did break resistance, so that is real life on the S&P. I know futures are open for sure, but I'm saying like, you know, they'll close down right after what, 15 minutes. I think they do it a couple times and they open back up 6 p.m. Eastern. It's like 15 and 30 minutes or something. Yeah, there you go, Xerox. That's it, man. It's somewhere where you get like a lot more of the price action. It's like when it reopens at 6. So we got 4 hours till your daily candle close. Don't know if I'll be around for that one, man. I mean, I'm going, like, this is we're like 4 hours and 45 minutes total of stream uptime today. Opened, you know, it was like the opening bell live stream. And just here again, because the price action on all markets has been incredible. It's been very good, very positive. So it's 22,000. You're kind of at one, I guess. Not really. I mean, a little bit. Yeah, you could say that little scrub leg. Yeah, that it's there. That's where you closed at. But you know, after that though, man, nothing did. Absolutely nothing. So that's just how important it is. Maybe we get follow through tomorrow, or you have like a sideways day. But yeah, you really don't want to start reversing and stuff, because you definitely don't want anything like this, right? You know, it goes up a little bit higher, man. Think about it, you know, and then it's like, oh boy, that could be a crazy long opportunity, though. I don't know. We'll see. We're just, you know, spitballing. I was thinking about stuff, right? What could be. Yeah, the likes have been coming, man. Thanks a lot, y'all. Amazing. Thanks for the 750. Still here. And yeah, you did have a pretty... I mean, look where you closed, dude. Like, right at that 382. Just a few dollars off. Amazing. Good mids. Man, look at this. It's like gross, dude. Almost, right? Like the way it closed on Regeneron, like up 2.22%, but like the biggest thing was like how it closed above its open, which for like the high side majority of the day, it was below its open. So, whew. Oh boy. And now that positive momentum's starting to build now on the daily. Wow. We'll see, man. Like, if the market doesn't do well tomorrow, if it like reverses some, it doesn't have another huge green day like that, you know, the ones that underperformed could get hit harder on the sell-off. 72.79 is a dump, huh? Oops, sorry. Hardly call it a dump, just call it not moving. It's like whatever, sideways. Even it's a new 4-hour candle, so. What was the song? It's called Way Out West. Oh no, maybe it's called Running Away. And the band's name is called Way Out West. Featuring Eli and Fur. On some France radio, man. Oh man, Troy, dude, in these market conditions, man, I don't know, dude. The futures drive this market so much. Dude, you gotta realize like what happened today. There were many assets across the equity market that were up like 6% pre-market. I mean, that's nuts. Volatility, dude. That just doesn't happen in stable market conditions. You still got like some pretty insane price action going on. Alright, 72.79. So, you know, stalling here, very bad, right? If you start like going sideways and start crapping around and selling off and you start like waning on positive momentum, that's not a good thing because that could end up turning into bearish divergence on the MACD. So just, it seems like you're just right there. Anything's possible, man. You sell off a little bit, you rally, and you pump, or whatever, man. Chat broken? Is it? No, it's not broken. It's just like I'm on this screen and not this one. 7263. Uh-oh, chat. Monka S. Not a big deal. Oh boy, 7244. Please, mother God, don't be a double top. Just remember, you have to like understand the context of Bitcoin.
Is that a joint?
What's up, Troy, man? Thanks for the 420. Is that a joint contribution where it's 420 every single day this month, if you didn't know. Thanks, man. You just got to be cognizant of what we're doing, and it's what like almost every asset on every market does, where you have the huge impulses down or the huge impulses up, and then you sell off, and then you get to retrace areas, and then you a lot of times reverse the downside or to the upside again in this situation, right? From major retrace that way, high to wherever the low is, it runs up. Okay, so just know, like, if it's a bear market, then you think like bears would be like, there is some value, a 50% retrace. Okay, I see some, but there might be a better sale on Bitcoin because I want a 62% sale, right? And that's up near $8,000. And that's where they might take shorts. And then there's obviously deep retrace territory, which we have a lot of work to do before we start talking about that. But those are serious levels where there are some good opportunities for shorts after something like that and it rallies. But we know from history, oftentimes Bitcoin doesn't really break the 618. It normally will get in between or up to the 618 or the 50%, and then it just dumps from there. And we're just talking about, man, you should go back in history, dude. History. This was the cipher. This was kind of XABCD as well. It was like these were both 786 retraces. Oh man, it was incredible. But like, just think about. Okay, these are incredible examples here. Let's just do a major discernible high right here to this low. Boom, double topped at a 50% retrace. Let's go from that high, that double top, to the low to see the next high. Look at that, a 618 double topped at a golden retrace. Okay, and then let's look at the next one. From this high, good. This high to low, how far do we retrace? Well, look at that, 61.8% of the way before we reverse majorly to the downside. Huh. 50%, 618. Wait a second. Look at this high to low. Look at that. 50%, 50%. Before reversing the downside eventually. Even in the lull, man, there was still Fibonacci to Jesus, man. Okay? You get what I'm saying, man? So it's like something like this happens in a downtrend. You rally up inside this zone before you reverse majorly to the downside again. Can I get an amen? Bruh. Just kind of like the, Coming to America. I mean, we could keep going on that too. I mean, dude, it's almost countless instances of that Bitcoin 72.26 and falling. Pulling back a little bit. Well, I mean, it's not. We're screwed, man. It's just moving back, just covering the price action. Don't be scared. Don't be startled. Don't be skittish like a deer. Freak out. Here's Bitcoin. Oh my god, 71.95. Yeah, so double topping here. This is what I'm saying, right? You don't want to be showing weakness here because, like, that's when you show too much. You start showing that. Look, that white on the histogram, and then you get like consecutive waning positive Momo wicks. That's not good because that starts showing that there is bearish divergence in maturation or the development of maturation. I don't know, dude. Whatever. Figure it out. Bruh. Keep going. What are you talking about? What do you mean keep going? Well, gee, that's, I mean, you can look at it like that, or you can just look at it like the way we look at it, right? Where it's just always about opportunity for which side rules the market at that time, right? If the bulls are in the market at that time, you know, you're getting 50%, 61% retraces to the downside after huge impulses up, and then you reverse to the upside, right? And that's exactly what Bitcoin did long before the crash. But if we're talking about, let's see. So like when you bottomed out here, you had this falling wedge pattern. And this rally right here, when you finally broke out, what'd you do? High to low, 50% retrace, light to Jesus, man. Oh my God, over and over and over again. And that's a profit-taking level. I mean, a 50% retrace is a common profit-taking level for a falling wedge trade. 618 secondary, it never made it to the 618. Maybe because the macro started falling apart. And if the macro didn't fall apart, maybe it would have reversed at one of these low to high retrace areas. But again, triple black swan event going on. People panicked and rushed to the dollar. But as you can see for now, a lot of money is rushing back into equities and everything. You can see that scare. People were really scared, and now you can see the money that left is already, some of it's coming back. But again, it might be just to make your common retraces before reversing the downside again. And then when you reverse the downside again majorly, that is when you start giving, it's when you can start looking for an edge on the market for a much more major reversal to the upside. Got crushed, huh? You mean got crushed? Oh man, that's definitely not true. Like, dude, if you even know anything about Wyckoff distribution, the time to go short is not even in phase C. So if phase C gets invalidated because we break to much higher highs, which were really still kind of crappy, it's still really crappy. It's not like even breaking this wick yet. So, I mean, you're almost supposed to be going short in phase D. It's much safer. Yeah, so what are you talking about, dude? I mean, there's like almost 800 people watching, and he's talking about, chest day because everyone got crushed. And it's like, hey, I wonder if you went live, dude, how many viewers would watch you? And I'm talking, if you put in everything you had, your whole life into it, you'd probably still get less than 10 viewers, man. And that's what's sad. You're just some random low battery scrub, dude. Whoops. Man, you gotta say, like, you look at the daily on Monero. Look at that engulfing candle. But look what you're doing. You're touching that 200-day moving average. Dude, he was talking about y'all. He was talking crap about y'all too, man. So, you know what happens when trolls talk crap, man? We win. We always win. That's like how it works. So 72.15. Bitcoin's up $436 on the day, man. Yeah, of course. Never had the makings of a Velocity athlete. Exactly. Everything kind of exploded. Here, hey, dude, you want to look at that? Here's just a look on Bitcoin Cash. All right, you see like a... I mean, I get it, kind of like late, but anchor point 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 on the bottom. Doesn't it look like Bitcoin? Bitcoin Cash, it broke out. It's like got to be like low volume crap or something. Just looking at Bittrex. So, above your 200 moving average, it looks very similar to Bitcoin, right? What's up, Gar, dude? So wow, 1 hour, 30 minutes live now. Dude, time just freaking keeps going, man. Yeah, I don't know though, since let's see, we're going on 5 hours of stream up time, so I don't know if I'll be going live at the regularly scheduled stream time since I'm live like right now. I think, like, you know, it's supposed to be going live at, what is it, 100 and...
Is that a
Mitch, I noticed you don't use stick RSI really. What's your take on it as an indicator? On the daily BTC chart it's been oversold forever, but no drop.
We can go to it. What's my thought on it? It's not like really bad. You can use it. It's just like I've used it before. It's just like I dig my RSI and MACD histogram. Oops, what am I doing? Stochastic RSI, right? And that's the big one, dude. So I don't know. For me, this is what I use, and oh no, this, you're not diverging at all. You can find divergence though. Look, right, look how beautiful this type of divergence was, man. From this low to this low, it lined up with the RSI and gave you some more confirmation, right? If I would have had this up, I would have seen that, might have felt more confident. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It works. But right now we're at the top end, and it's like a crossover, meaning like a, you know, you might be reversing a little bit next. So you got to be cognizant of the MACD at this area. You don't want to be stalling here. Stalling here, it's gonna ensure bearish divergence, which then Wyckoff might be back on, dude. If you fall back down in here, it's still on. Okay, definitely. The good news is we know that it's not even a time to be going short till phase D, if it's to be. Well, 0x, man. I mean, we have chill vibes, and then someone comes in and talks crap to the entire community. They get destroyed, they get discarded, and then we move on with the day. It's no big deal. Right, it's cool. Here's something. Maybe. Not really. You're not diverging. Really, it's just the same. So, meh. How's he? What are you talking about? Got wrecked? When we were thinking it was kind of like there's two scenarios. There's bullish and there's bearish. Man, I would say if you break 7,400 and hold above it, then, you know, it's probably done. But if you start stalling out below this area of a resistance, and you're below that historical resistance with bearish divergence on the 4-hour, it does seem very possible that is where you could reverse the downsides. We're so close to historical resistance, man. The major one that oftentimes when we break it for real, we run up to the next major resistance. And if we don't, we reverse bad to the downside. Oh, you're looking at the daily though, right? Sorry. Well, I mean, I don't know. Stochastic RSI for me is showing that it's kind of like on the high point, you know, it's like plus 90. Isn't that 90 the overbought? You're showing a little bit of divergence here. You can definitely say there's a little bit of bearish divergence on the stochastic RSI going on. I mean, that's a high and then a high and then another high. I mean, God, you got so much positive momentum, man. That's nuts. No problem on the RSI. You're not showing exhaustion there like the normal RSI, just stochastic. We'll see. It's not really that strong, man. You probably want to have more than one. But again, we know how deep we are. No, Ethereum maybe today is outperforming Bitcoin, but not since they're all their respective bottoms, Bitcoin is outperforming the crap out of Ethereum. Easy. But yet maybe just today because it's playing catch up with Bitcoin that's already outperforming Ethereum and others. You don't know what that means, John Afonso? So in the US, we do months, days, years, right? And so if you take out the days and you just put the month, it's 4 and then 20, like the year 2020, so 420. Well, I know if you're like in on the other side of the pond, it's the other way around, right? Small, big, biggest or something. It could still be 420. Just cut out the first part. All right, man. So we're at 72.47. Still retracing. And I think I'm good, man. I think I'm gonna get out of here early. I streamed early. And I mean, like both times, like in the morning, and also streamed a couple hours beforehand. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. The 700 plus people still here. Amazing. All the support.
Is that a joint?
Yep.
Definitely could have done without the red and pump it close.
Don't you mean the everything pump it close, including Bitcoin? Like everything pumped, man. So we live to fight another day tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I mean, normally when assets, when the S&P goes up 6%, it will be interesting to see if we get another day like that tomorrow, right? So thanks, man. Appreciate it. So I will just be back another time. So until next time, respect the T. A. Oh my god, man. Dude, John, what happened? Was that late?
I'm lost on the 420. Help me. What does it mean? Just because here goes 420 bad. Love from Portugal and just get those scrubs wrecked. 420.000000000 bad.
Dang, John, man. Coming in late. The Hail Mary. Holy crap. Thanks for the $66.98 of BAT. Yes, 420.
Is that a joint?
BAT. Oh my god. Thank you, dude. I really, really appreciate it. Seriously, y'all amazing. So good, man.
Bruh.
We'll just play it all the way through.
Is that a joint?
You probably can't because of stockholders, right?
I mean, it's legal, right?
It's totally legal.
Smoke weed every day.
I have a robot vagina.
Clipping coupons in the stock market.
Adios, turd nuggets.